Thank you, Angela. And welcome, everyone. And if you're feeling happy this morning, say 1, 2. 1, 2, 2. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So in the joy of excellence, the joy of achievement this morning, just join me in this opening affirmative prayer. So we recognize the one power, one presence that is all in all, that is present as everyone here in this sanctuary, everyone joining the stream online. It is God. It is good. So we know that the service this morning is the manifestation of a perfect idea in the mind of this one. So we know that this service unfolds in perfect divine order. And everyone takes from this service just what is needed to remember who they are and why we are all here to manifest the glory of God. So I give thanks for this service. I give thanks for everyone who participates. And I know that the entire cosmos is blessed this morning. So I just release these words now, knowing that it is as I have spoken, and so it is. So we're going to do our prosperity affirmation. So I'm going to ask you to stand. Prosperity affirmation. God is lavish, unfailing, abundant prosperity. The source of all good is infinite and inexhaustible. I unify with and place my faith in the one true source. My life is already blessed, yet I'm being offered so much more. Infinite potential, unconditional love, and unlimited spiritual growth are just a few of Spirit's gifts. I am open to receiving them all with gratitude and joy. The God power made me in its image and likeness out of itself, and it wants only to support me. And it's to lift me into higher expression. Deep in my heart, I know I deserve all the good things in life, and my acceptance of the support of the universe is all that is necessary for it to continue its work in my life. I deserve true abundance and unconditional love. I deserve vibrant health and feelings. I deserve happiness, peace, and joy. I deserve prosperity, freedom, and ease in my financial affairs. I deserve to have my dreams come true. My heart is filled with gratitude for all I have been given and for all that is yet to come. I release my word to the law of divine mind that always says yes, and so it is. And you may be seated for a chant.
Silence, there's
So we'll go into a moment of silence. Welcome back. I'll now do the blessing of the youth, and then I'll light the candle. So there's one life. That life is my life now. Divine intelligence guides, uplifts, and nurtures all beings, especially the youth, who are the promise of a new world. May all youth worldwide walk in the awareness of their spiritual magnificence. And so it is. Okay, so that's one of our favorite times in the service. We're going to do our mission song. I think we should just stand and do it. Yeah, we should just stand and sing our mission song.
The temple of light, the temple of light. We are a people with a mission, on a spirit, on a mission, to touch, to heal, to bless, to prosper, to love and make a way. Anyone who comes into contact with us, anytime, night or day. The temple of light, the temple of light, the temple of light. We are a people with a vision, on the spirit, on a mission, to touch, to heal, to bless, to prosper, to love and make a way. Anyone who comes into contact with us, anytime, night or day.
You may be seated. And it's time for some short announcements and reminders. So I want to welcome anybody in the sanctuary who is visiting with us for the first time. I'm going to ask you to stand. So there are no visitors in the sanctuary. Or if you are online, you could just indicate that this is your first time. So now, our prayers of comfort support the family of our longtime member, Mahala Campbell, who made the transition on July 31st. And the Thanksgiving service will take place today at 1 p.m. at the Seventh-day Adventist Church on Chisholm Avenue. Spiritual mind healing service. So join us this Tuesday, September 16th, for our spiritual mind healing service with practitioner Carol Campbell. And she'll be sharing the topic, From Passion to Purpose. Are you stuck in second gear? So come and be part of this sacred space that uplifts and transforms. You won't want to miss this. Now, our temple is seeking a dedicated treasurer with knowledge of accounting principles and practices, banking and online transactions, and the ability to offer financial advice to our trustees. So, if you feel so called, please take up this exciting opportunity and send your resume to templeoflightcsl@gmail.com. Now, I know we are all looking forward to poetry, prose, and rhythm. It is back, and we know it's on September 28th at 4 p.m. in the Meditation Garden. Okay? So get your dancing shoes and bring your friends. The contribution is $2,500 for adults. Children under 12 are free, and teens $1,000. So tickets are available. Tickets are available. I know Jennifer has tickets. Reverend Anna has tickets. Auntie Lil has tickets. Okay, so get your tickets. Right? I come and listen to the Steel Band and Yasofan, all these people who will be presenting. Are you ready to discover your emerging direction and purpose and learn how to make them happen? Then join Reverend Michelle for 10 weeks of self-discovery and revelation on the 1st of October for the new Virtual Foundations of the Science of Mind classes. The cost for the series is $15,000, payable in 3 parts through easypayments.com. The class time is 6:15 to 9:15 via Zoom on Wednesdays. So let us now stand again for our first hymn, Knowing.
Oh
You may be seated. Now, it's time to introduce someone who needs no introduction. She has been our assistant minister since 2015, and she states that she finds fulfillment in workshops. She and practitioner Carol Campbell, Charlton, they facilitate change your thinking, change your life at the South Camp Correctional Center. And she enjoys playing football with Liam Sukkle, who reminds her that he's just taking it easy with her. So help me welcome our staff minister, Reverend Anshan. What? Our sister, okay.
It's all right. Oh, thank you, Vance. Thank you, everyone. And Liam, who is my football partner, I can't handle a journey. No, Hajani is better than Messi. Remember I tell you that? That little boy. And Liam goes off to robotics in when? October. And we're some far country in Eastern Europe. Where is he going? Canada? Panama. Or he's going to Panama for robotics. So we have brilliant people inside here in the unfolding. So grand rising to each and everyone this morning. Those who worship, work, study, serve, and play in our beloved community, Temple of Light Center for Spiritual Living, Kingston, Jamaica. And for those in the sanctuary online, welcome, welcome. We are a lighthouse of collective consciousness, revealing love, joy, peace, and prosperity to all. This is our vision, which is now the fabric that integrates all our lives and our day-to-day experiences. This month we are reflecting on the meaning and significance of transcendent purpose, that which has called us into being, that which governs and undergirds the direction, motivation, and ultimate fulfillment of our existence. I share with you a reading from the Catholic mystic Saint Teresa of Avila. She says, "Let nothing disturb thee, nothing affright thee. All things are passing. God never changes. Patient endurance attaineth to all things. Who God possesses, in nothing is wanting. Alone God suffices." End of quote. This week we share insights on the theme, the purpose that surpasses all. What is that purpose that undergirds us? It is so intrinsic and of deep consequence that it rises above the relative attainment of our goals and aspirations. But it is so interwoven in our fulfillment of all that concerns us. Who God possesses, in nothing is wanting. Alone God suffices. This infinite originating spirit that has many names, but no name can adequately express and describe the divine within us. So much a part of us. It is us. It so loves us that it gave its image and likeness to all of creation. All creation endowed with its characteristics and attributes. On the relative, we all live purpose-driven lives. But on the absolute, we are the purpose of God, with a capital P. As we tap into that divine purpose within, we are able to transcend beyond the ordinary, expressing at extraordinary levels of creativity, imaging and imagining infinite possibilities, surpassing outer limits, and achieving phenomenal accomplishments. We saw that this morning first and second. Surpassing outer limits, 9.7. So when Mr. Bolt at the back there hiding in the stadium, the day is coming when his 9.7 will go. 9.5 will go. Achieving phenomenal accomplishments. We are able to do that. The thought may spring in our minds, I'm only human. But finish that sentence. Having a spiritual experience. Spirit is all-encompassing, the infinite. There lies the statement made by Jesus Christ when he said in Mark 10, verse 27 of the Judeo-Christian Bible, with men it is impossible, but not with God are possible, end of quote. The divine presence within empowers and reveals its isness through us. Nothing is impossible to our divine origin. The science of mind points out that as divine beings, we are here to serve a higher purpose in life. We listen from within, humbly grow into our greatness, allowing truth to be our guiding compass. As we hear the message of Spirit, we are guided. We come to understand and know that we are living, yes, a human experience as spiritual beings, continually remembering who we are, whose we are, and why we are here. Our faith grows with our spiritual practices. And the more we focus on expressing that divine purpose, we demonstrate the reality of it. However, we must remain centered, regardless of appearances, affirming always that God is all there is. As we move beyond obstacles, focusing on the good, which ultimately reveals that presence of God in us, we embody the nature of Spirit as a regular way of being, a life driven by the deep and abiding presence of God. Reverend John Scott, anybody know who that is? In designing the 8th class of the cohort, Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life, which is used in 2 of the correctional facilities in Jamaica, includes certain elements in his purpose formula. So in contemplating why we are here to express and experience God, one of the first elements is that the issues that touch our hearts, I mean genuine feeling for issues, not platitudes, is the first element. The second one is list, you know yourself. List qualities that you must love to express. You notice? Love to express. Thirdly, list ways you express those qualities when interacting with others. And fourthly, what would a perfect world look like to you? So, all right, the issues that somehow you're so passionate and emotive about, that's number one. The qualities that you love to express. And how you love to express those qualities when you interact with others. That's the third one. And the fourth one, what does a perfect world look like to you? So let me choose an example. The example is the successful operations of this community, a lighthouse of collective consciousness that is revealing love, joy, peace, and prosperity to all. So just close your eyes for a while and just imagine with me. A community that offers a slew of activities, spiritual classes online and in the sanctuary, with persons coming together, talking truth, explaining things to each other. We have concerts, Christmas concert, Easter concert, concerts. We have lots of engagement. We have workshops where you see persons of all ages coming to fellowship. And in this wonderful, beautiful, reverent environment, fit for persons, plants, and animals, yes, our pets. And guess what? All administrative obligations are met with surplus. We love to express joy and love when we come together in all these activities. You hear laughter. There's quiet conversations in the prayer room, in the garden. We interact with nature. There are nature walks. We have fitness activities, Tai Chi on the front lawn, Qigong on the back, the south lawn, martial arts, all that, and persons just coming in and out, just happy to be here in this presence. Just let that seep in your awareness for a second. Now open your eyes. You get the idea what I'm talking about? We love to interact with each other. We have the activities that keep us passionate and engaged. And you just see people coming in, and there's fun, there's laughter, there's children playing football, everything just happening right here. And yet there is a reverent atmosphere that allows you the silence and your meditation wherever you find yourself. So what would a beautiful world look like to me? A community like this replicated everywhere. No matter what religion, it don't matter. What persuasion, it don't matter. It's just people coming together who love, respect, and fellowship with each other. That is what I'd like to see everywhere, all through the plane of existence if possible, where diversity, equity, and inclusion are key factors. You just come and you feel good because you are with each other. People who appreciate you, who love you, who will hold your hand for you. That's what I'm talking about. So what is our call to action? Just think what I just said. And then when you're doing your meditation or so, or if you journal, what would a perfect world look like to you? That's your homework. What would a perfect world look like to you? So think about it and jot it, and we'll get to share it one day. So when we think about the purpose that surpasses all, there are elements to ponder. The first one is attuning to your inner calling. What has Spirit called me to be and to do, as me, through me? When we listen deeply through our spiritual practices, our intuition now incessantly nudges us through our passions, inquiries, curiosities, until we start to dream it, taste it, see it, touch it, and then we are able to solidify that purpose and vision going forward. Then as the inner guidance unfolds, we take the necessary inspired action, as spontaneous right action now becomes our natural way of unfolding. The Bible tells us, Isaiah 65, verse 24, before they call, I will answer. So, once the little seed is planted, everything necessary for its demonstration just takes its timely fruition and demonstration. So yes, as we continue to let the practices pave the way for alignment, leading to fulfillment of all the moving parts of our purpose, God shows up as us. Dr. Ernest Holmes reminds us, and I quote, "There is nothing in the universe that limits you, that would or could limit you. There is nothing in the universe that withholds from you, because in so doing, it would withhold from itself. You are some part of its purpose. You are some part of its purpose, friends. Therefore, Spirit seeks, urges, pushes against you to fulfill itself. No matter how abundantly the horn of plenty may pour out its universal gifts, there must be a bowl of acceptance, a chalice of expectancy, or the gift cannot be complete." End of quote. So yes, there must be a recognition of your calling, your purpose and your vision. Another word for that. Acceptance. It is mine to demonstrate it coming through you. And the expectancy, yes, which is the third element. It must be fulfilled through me. And take your foot off the brakes. Don't say, but me can't do that because I'm too old, or I need to go back to university. I need all kind of excuse. Take your foot off the brakes and just let God do its perfect work in, through, as you. So you can move forward now, allowing that divine Spirit to direct you. You're expanding now into your new you, that's the second part. Therefore, as we journey in our individual spiritual paths, we expand our awareness, deepen our relationship with Spirit, embracing all aspects of life's unfoldment, whether there are challenges or opportunities. No matter what the issue is, we are still expanding awareness of who we are. We learn through everything. So sometimes, yes, you may feel discombobulated, lost, even lonely, especially when the external world seeps in your consciousness. Emmett Fox, in his message from one of his lessons, The Captain on the Bridge, reminds us, the world is not going to the dogs. The human race is not doomed. The captain is on the bridge. Civilization is not going to crash. The captain is on the bridge. Humanity is going through a difficult time, but humanity has gone through difficulties many times in its long history and has always come through, strengthened and purified. The captain is on the bridge. God is still in business. All that we have to do is to realize the presence of God where trouble seems to be, end of quote. So yes, we're stretching into the new way of being. All paradigms are being dissolved as we create new neural networks. Our mind, our thinking is transformed, our bodies change. So things will happen. But remember, God is still in business. Who God possesses, in nothing is wanting. Alone God suffices. We are possessions of God, friends. We are, and we will not want for any good thing. The third factor to take into is that you are now moving towards living from a higher vantage point. As our awareness expands through the valleys and the high ground of consciousness, we will emerge and embody the attributes and characteristics of our true nature, our essence of who we truly are. We blossom and mature spiritually. So therefore, our spiritual practices must be done diligently and consistently. John Randolph Price reminds us that one, our affirmations are correcting instruments. We write our own affirmations to correct the issue that confronts us, that makes us uncomfortable. Quick to eliminate the thought that is not aligned with our purpose and vision. Joel 3 verse 10 from the Judeo-Christian Bible, let the weak say, I am strong. Our affirmative prayers are instruments of conditioning. Our prayers condition our consciousness by changing our vibratory rate of energy. The affirmative prayer is not to make things happen. It registers what we already have in consciousness. So as we speak our word with faith and confidence, loving the demonstration of what we already possess, that is part of your prayer, love what it is that you are evolving into. We release our prayers now with expectancy through our grateful heart. So our vibrations must change. So it must usher us into fulfillment. Our meditation, which is the third factor that we use in our spiritual practice, it is an instrument of consolidation. We go within conscious of that inner presence of God. In that sacred space of silence, we express our oneness, our common union with the Spirit, revealing that we do dwell and abide in God. We sense this, we know this, and we feel that indwelling Spirit, the purpose that surpasses all. Sidlow Baxter, in his book, Awake My Heart, tells a story. In a southern English town, the clergyman of an Anglican church happened to look through his vicarage window when he saw a rough-looking workman enter through the main church door furtively at about 12:30 p.m., just after noon. The next day, the same thing happened, and for a couple of days, the practice went on. His suspicions arose, so he asked the caretaker to spy. The caretaker's story was that the workman came in, took off his hat, walked down the main aisle, and when he got to the communion rail, bowed his head and stood in silence for a few minutes. Then he spoke in a low voice. Jesus, it's Jim. Some days later, there was a nasty accident in town, and Jim was taken to hospital. Placed in a men's ward where the roughest of mixture of men were. These gentlemen with a behavior mindset that made many a nurse cry. However, a few days after Jim joined the ward, there was a noticeable change. The sister and nurses could not contain their happy surprise. One morning, just as the sister entered to start her rounds, the men were all enjoying a good-natured laugh at something. She could not help asking one of the men what had brought on the change in the ward. He replied, "Oh, it's that chap in the 5th bed. They called him Jim." So sister went to Jim and asked him how he had accomplished the wonderful change in the ward. He said, "Well, sister, I'm not quite sure you'd understand if I tell you." With a tear glistening in his eye, he stated, "But somehow, every day, just at about 12:30, I see Jesus at the end of my bed. He stands for a minute, puts his hand on the bed rail, leans over, and says, 'Jim, it's Jesus.'" A story, nevertheless, that has an underlying thread. Consistency in prayer produces results. So friends, let us continue to delve within to that wellspring of connection, alignment, and understanding that our destiny is to unfold in God, which surpasses all. Moving upwards and onwards, expressing who we truly are, beloveds of the Most High God. And I leave with you a part of Teresa Avila's statement. Who God possesses, in nothing is wanting. Alone God suffices. Namaste.
So let us give her another round of applause. As we thank Reverend Ann for reminding us that the purpose that surpasses all is God. God is our purpose, and we are here to know and to manifest God, that God within us. And that's why we do our spiritual practices. So we practice, and that's the way we manifest what we consider to be a perfect world, a world that works for all of us. So thanks again, Reverend Ann. So now we're going to have Rhonda. We haven't had Rhonda for a very long time. So Rhonda is our musical item today.
Good morning, all. I was going to say this after, but just to prove what Reverend Dan was saying. Last week Sunday, I was in my kitchen saying, "Wow, a lot of they can't hear. Why everybody has come up here and can hear?" The mic picks them up. Pick me up, mic. Is it on? Okay. Good. I'll keep still then. And so I said, Hanif is singing, Davel comes. I'm at church, guys. I'm online. And then I said, I'm going to sing at church, and I'm going to sing God and God alone. But by the time I finished doing Mommy's porridge and everything, I changed my mind. Or I didn't follow up. I said, I think I'll have to call and ask somebody who's going to, I think it's Reverend Ann or Reverend Michael or Sonia, Reverend Sonia's time. And I just changed my mind. And then I didn't say it to Hanif at work or anything. In the week, Monday, I get a call, or Tuesday. Hi, I said, hello, this is Reverend Ann. I said, yes, Reverend Ann, thinking what I can do. I'd like you to sing Sunday. So I said, oh, okay. What would you like? God and God alone. So I said, was Noel Dexter in the kitchen with me? Just call and say, Reverend Ann, she is singing on Sunday, the way he does it. And I said, it's just unbelievable. I have not sang for a while, and so that's why I said, forget it, but no excuses. Let's go. It's God and God alone. God and God alone created all these things we call our own. From the mighty to the small, the glory in them all is God's and God's alone. God and God alone reveals the truth of all we call unknown. And all the best and worst of man won't change the Master's plan. It's God's and God's alone. God and God alone is fit to take the universe's throne. Let everything that lives reserve its truest praise for God and God alone. God and God alone will be the joy of our eternal home. He will be our one desire. Our hearts will never tire of God and God alone. God and God alone is fit to take the universe's throne. Let everything that lives resolve its truest praise for God and God alone. God and God alone is fit to take the universe's throne. Let everything
All right. I know some people still crying and things like that. It was very moving. As she reminded us, it's God and God alone. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. First and second and third, and the blessings come forth. Yes, yes, yes. So now we have our second hymn. Life is for living. But before that, we're going to do our love offering blessing. So take out your love offerings. And we're going to bless them. So together, lovingly I give, joyfully I receive. Be thou fruitful, increase, and multiply. Bless, prosper, and enrich everyone whom you touch, and replenish all of my financial affairs. So be it. Thank you, Father. And so it is. I know we're going to stand and do as, you drop your love offerings in the receptacle. And we're going to sing our second hymn, Life is for Living. So it is. So just going to ask you to just remain standing as we're going to do the prayer for Jamaica. The prayer for Jamaica. The radiant light of God's love is now flowing through us and from us to everything and everyone it touches. The eternal light of God's love now completely fills, covers, and surrounds our island, Jamaica. The glowing intensity of the light of God's love now interpenetrates and awakens within the hearts and minds of our countrymen and women. The truths of life is set free. The light of God's love is growing and glowing in intensity in the hearts and minds of mankind everywhere. Love, health, harmony, goodwill, peace, uprightness, integrity, joy, prosperity, kindness, and our oneness under God are now established. And so it is. So our prayers, oh, you may be seated. You see, our prayers are manifesting from here to Japan and everywhere. So now, it's time for me to acknowledge. And we're going to start with Sean and the Ministry of the Environment for designing our wonderful floral arrangement for today. And our musicians, Rhonda, that's so wonderful. And of course, Angela. You can't leave out Angela. And Matthew, our drummer, Matthew Angela. Also our ushers. What are our ushers today? Valerie and Yvonne, yes. And of course, the tech team. I can't go back around here without acknowledging them. So Chevanie, Lauren, Tyrell, and his grandma, Christine. And Reverend Sonia and the hospitality team. I think the rest of the Davidsons. And all of you. And people online, I'm asking you to just like and subscribe our YouTube channel. What are those are the people here? Well, I guess the people online can buy and donate to the people who are here. Yes, you're right. Okay. Yeah, so poetry, prose, and rhythm, don't miss it, September 28th. So now we're going to ask Reverend Ann to bless the love offering and do the closing affirmative prayer.
Oh, we do give thanks. We give thanks for the consciousness of love and joy that is truly radiating through each one of us in our beloved sanctuary. This consciousness of love that radiates to touch all those with us online. And indeed, it goes out to bless our island, Jamaica. And indeed, the very cosmos, straight into Japan as well. We just know that that power and presence is doing its mighty work in through as us. Its majesty and beauty is always moving through our conscious awareness. And this week, as we go about our Father's business, God's business, we know that that power and presence is indeed in business in our lives and affairs, ensuring that we express a life that is beautiful, worthwhile, and extraordinary. It's just God in activity in through as each one of us. I know from this consciousness that the love offering of treasure and indeed time and talent, I know it's just God just blessing us in through as each person who comes into contact with this perfect idea called the Temple of Light Center for Spiritual Living, Kingston, Jamaica. We say thank you. Thank you to that presence and power as the law that simply now demonstrates that which is beautiful and wonderful in our lives this day. I give thanks that this is so, and so it is.
It is.
And we'll do our peace song.